What up, world? It's your boy Big Willie, aka the Pac Mac, and here we are. It is the 27th of December. We are almost ready for the new year. I hope you are having a great day. As always, I am blessed and happy to see you. And you know what it is? It's Friday, so we're doing another Deck Tech. It's Deck Tech Friday. Oh my goodness! And this one is definitely a little out there. It's called House Party for good reasons. But before we get to that, we're gonna take a minute to just like kind of let y'all know what happened. Well, not really like let everyone know what happened on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. I did have a good Christmas. Um, it was pretty decent. Christmas Eve, some stuff happened. I can't really go into too much detail about it at the moment, but we're figuring things out. And as soon as I can talk about it, I'll talk about it and let y'all know. Just know that your boy is all right. But as always, if you wish me some good wishes and all that stuff, I could use it. Certainly can. All right. So let's get back into it. Today's deck is called House Party. And um the reason why it's called House Party is because the commander is actually none other than Mr. House, President and CEO. Now, before I go into too much detail about the lack of knowledge I have of Mr. House, because like I said, the only Fallout that I've really like delved into was Fallout 4, and he was nowhere in there. I will say the main reason why I wanted to build this deck was because like I like rolling dice. Um and the dice rolling mechanic with him like is just amazing. So we've got a lot of things to roll dice, and the other reason why I wanted to build this deck is because despite what people may think, Infinity was not a bad set. Like there was some good things in there, and a lot of good things that are legal to play, and we decided to play them, including a whole list of attractions. We'll get into that when we get there. But Mr. House, President and CEO, he's a legendary artifact creature human. Whenever you roll a 4 or higher, create a 3/3 colorless robot creature, artifact creature token. If you roll a 6 or higher, instead create that token and a treasure token. And tap 4, tap him, roll a 6-sided die plus an additional 6-sided die for each mana from treasures spent to activate this ability. So the goal is to get Mr. House and proceed to start rolling dice in any way, shape, form possible. Let's get to the artifacts, which there's quite a bit of them because, we're artifact heavy and it's an artifact heavy deck. So let's start out with the Chroma's Memorial. Like, what's good with going wide with having a way to go wide and just beat everybody down? A Chroma's Memorial is obviously like perfect for this deck. We got Arcane Signet, Chromatic Lantern for mana fixing, Clown Car. Now, this is like the secret tech of the deck because, like, you have Mr. House out, no matter what you pay for it, you're going to be rolling that many dice, rolling that many 6-sided dice. And if you hit 4s and 6s, we just built an army amongst Clown Car. For each odd result, we get 1/1 right clown rubber artifact token, and for each even result, put a +1/+1 counter on clown card. So not only did we get a vehicle, we get an army, and if Mr. House is out, we might get an even bigger army. So hey, like clown card, like despite any of the other uncards in this deck, if you're running Mr. House, why are you not running clown card? I'm just gonna put that out there. Cranial Ram, already got banned in Popper, like from get go. But we make a lot of artifacts, so like that's gonna be ridiculous for this deck. Cursed Mirror, copy's got Ebony Fly. Ebony Fly, low key underrated, like a little mana rot that can help me roll dice sometimes. Like, hey, if I need to roll dice without activating Mr. House, hey, Ebony Fly will let me do it. Ebony Fly will let me do it. Soul Ring, another one that I really, really liked, and I saw this on I forgot whose channel I saw this on. I want to say it was on Shuffle Up and Play, and this is what kind of really made me want to build this deck. Uh, I saw somebody play Strength Testing Hammer, and Strength Testing Hammer, it's a free dice roll for attacking, and like, hey, we want to roll dice. Like, that's the goal, is to get us to roll dice so that way we can make an army, and that's all we want to do. And Strength Testing Hammer like fits the bill perfectly. Sword of Hours is another one, and here's the cool thing about Mr. House. So you've got, whenever you roll 4 or higher, you get a artifact, you get a robot. You roll 6 or higher, instead get that in a treasure token. So let's figure out ways to roll bigger dice, like rolling D8s, D12s, D20s, D10s, anything that lets us roll even bigger dice. The odds of us getting that 6 or higher is just instant. And this is one of the ones that definitely will help us get there. Plus, pump up our guy and get us going. We got all 3 of the talismans that are in color, Conviction, Hierarchy, and Puzzle Box. That's my kid getting some water. We also got Vexing Puzzle Box, which is another one that lets us free roll dice. Every time we tap that a mana, we roll a d20, and if we got Mr. House out, guess what? That the odds are what, 15 out of 20 to we got basically a 1 in 4 chance of not hitting 6 or higher. With the D20, our odds are just better and better, and that's a free D20 roll every time. This is a winner. We got Wand of Wonder, which is another roll a D20 card. We roll a D20, and not only do we get to do dumb things by getting spells off of our opponent's libraries, but we also get to roll a D20. So, once again, 1 in 4 chance of not hitting 6 or higher. What's better than that? Wedding Ring. Wedding Ring is one of them just hey, get off me cards. Trying to, appease somebody who could become a big threat to me. Oh, hey, let's give me a wedding ring. And then we also got, which you'll see her in a minute. We also got Mother Machines in here. So, hey, that ETB, double trigger, we can get 2 people wedding rings and just be like, stop. That's the enemy. Just saying. Wondering how I think? That's how I think. All right, and then let's get to the creatures. We got Lifetime Pass Holder. That is the biggest reoccurring attraction opener, because attractions was the other reason why I wanted to build this deck. I really, really like the idea of attractions. I was a big fan of contraptions when they came out, and I'm sad that they're not legal because it's a whole cylinder board and blah, blah, blah. But I do like that. And I went and read the rules because I was like, I need to read the rules on attractions. How do they work? Because I know that some of them are legal for Commander. How do they work? What's the deal? And you could have them, and it's a whole separate deck, and it counts, and it's not counting towards the 100. So I was like, wait a minute. Commander rules are so silly. You can't have a sideboard, but you can have an attraction deck. And I'm just like, well, I read the rules, so I'm following the rules. So Lifetime Pass Holder, whenever he dies, you open up an attraction, and whenever you roll a 6, when you visit your attractions, you can return Lifetime Pass Holder from the graveyard to the battlefield. So, hey, this is my biggest recurring, hey, let's get attractions out as quickly as possible, because I like the idea of attractions, and plus it's a free dice roll. If I just have one of them out and it's just out there, that's a free dice roll, period. We also got Avison, Angel of Hope. She does the thing. Chaos Dragon. Chaos Dragon is really, really cool because Chaos Dragon is a free D20 roll. And remember, once again, 75% chance of hitting 6 or higher. So, I mean, I automatically get a free D20 roll. Hey, it's going to hit somebody. It's going to keep that action going. You know what I'm saying? So, Chaos Dragon, really, really good get for this deck. We got Deadbeat Attendant, another attraction opener. Delina Wild Mage, she's another free dice roll whenever she attacks. You know, of course, she's got the 25% chance of hitting 15 or higher. But, you know, like, hey, she's a free roll every time, and she's going to make a token copy, so she hits. We also got Elish Norn of the original Elish Norn, the Grand Cenobite, you know, because, hey, we're going wide. Why not pump up all our team and negative all of our opponent's team? So, you know, the whole deal is we're going wide with robot tokens, and that's our win condition. It's just robot army, you know, let's wreck shop. And then we got Elish Norn of the Mother of Machines, you know, the ETB triggers. Let's get it. We got Esper Sentinel and God of Souls. God of Souls is a really good one with all these tokens that we make. And we're just sitting there just like, hey, we're making an army, getting energy, getting ways to give them flying and 2+1/+1 counter. So that way we can sit there and just start beating people down. Hoarding Ogre, one of my favorite like budget dudes ever. Like, this dude makes treasures like it's nobody's business. Once again, the whole D20 deal. You know, my whole deal is like just making sure he stays alive because, hey, we're making treasures. Let's keep them going and making treasures. All right, we got Jan Jansen. Jan Jansen can help us get more treasures when we need to. Can help us get more dues if we need to. We have, like, he works with himself and works like for anything else, and also works as an alternate commander. But nah, it's all Mr. House. Like, let's be real about it. It's Mr. House. We got Kambal, Profiteering Mayor. Oh my goodness, Kambal does work. You know, because number one, we are always getting tokens. So if Kambal's out, we're just gonna start draining the table. We're gonna drain the table. And then if anybody else starts making tokens, hey, we're going to get copies of them and start draining the table. Kambal does work. This Kambal is really, really good, and he fits perfectly in this deck. Layla, calm down. Say hi to the people. I know, Layla, I know. You see? Say hi. Say hi. We got Mahadi, Emporium Master. Guess what? He makes treasures. He does the thing. I need to put Marionette Apprentice in here. We're gonna figure it out, but we got Marionette Master in here, which, you know, is another win condition for the deck. Right? We gonna win. Monoxa, Midway Manager. She's another way to help me roll dice, and then also she gets things if, you know, we roll dice and hit high. So, hey, she starts to get keywords. Nesting Dovehawk. Like, this guy is so dumb. So dumb. Populate. We get more. We know we're making creature tokens, so it's going to get big anyways. But it's just like, this guy is dumb and ridiculous. Perforos, we're making way too many tokens. So why not have another instance of Impact Trimmers? You know, we also got Impact Trimmers in the deck too. So, let's go. Quick Fixer. That's another recurring way of making attractions. Just got to make sure that he gets through, and, you know, somebody's always hoping for something. So let's go ahead and get him out and start making attractions happen. And have him out. Recruiter of the Guard. Recruiter of the Guard in here to tutor for Nesting Dovehawk, tutors for a bunch of the guys in the deck, and it's going to make us happen. We got Ride Guide, which also gets us an attraction. And then we got Witty Roastmaster, which is another Impact Trimmers on a stick. And last but not least, Will, which lets us double roll dice. You know, when we're going to roll dice, we need to be able to double roll it, you know, so that way we can double roll, which is why Barbarian class, you already knew that was going to be in the deck. Barbarian class is like a number one. Bastion of Remembrance. Of course, we're all, you know, since I'm making tokens and stuff, you know, hey, people are going to be expendable. We got to be able to take care of that. We also got Black Market Connections. I love this card. This card, you know, every now and then will full send. But hey, you know, we always got to choose, and at least, like, at the bare minimum, choosing to sell contraband to create a treasure token is the way to do it. You know, so that way we always have treasures to activate Mr. House and roll a lot of dice. Remember, we want to roll a lot of dice. Blind Obedience, you already know. Caretaker's Talent, hey, we're making tokens, you already know. Plus, it's another way to pump the team. One of the newest cards I put in here, which has actually been a win condition for this deck, Dollmaker Shop and Porcelain Gallery. Now, Dollmaker Shop, whenever you attack with one or more non-toy creatures, you create a 1/1 toy artifact creature token. And then the Porcelain Gallery, which is like, it's you get power and toughness equal to the number of creatures you control. Hey, we are already in the process of making a lot of robots and toys and clowns. Let's go ahead and just have them all be big. Why not? You know, like, we need a win condition. This is a win condition. This is our overrun of the deck. You know, this is what's gonna get us, like, we're gonna go wide, and then we're just gonna go big, and then all of a sudden it's just like March of the Machines on Ghostly Prison. You know, we gotta go ahead and, you know, tax y'all from coming at me. Impact Trimmers, you know, it's already the thing. We already got 3 different versions of Impact Trimmers. We got Night Shift of the Living Dead. This could help us with our dice rolls, you know, because, like, on the D6s, we want to hit 4 or higher, so this will help our 3s. This will help our 5s. You know, we can go ahead and just be like, pay a life and make that one more. And then also, when we roll a 6, it creates more tokens. Layla, hush, please. We got Revel in Riches. My dog barks at everything. I apologize about that. We got Revel in Riches, which is another alternate win condition, and also helps us make treasures, which, as you already see right below it, Smothering Tide makes us treasures. Let's do the treasures. Now let's get into the attractions. Now, we're only running 12 attractions. I forgot how many are legal, but, you know, we wanted to run as many as we could that were legal that I had. We got bumper cars, you know, it's meh. Like, there's some of them that are really good. Clown Extruder, which makes clowns. Concession Stand, which makes food. Drop Tower, which gets somebody flying, you know. Ferris Wheel. Ferris Wheel is pretty cool. Because, like, I can phase out things until I roll a 3 or less while visiting attractions. So it's like, let me phase something out that I don't need to have to deal with. Phone Weapons Kiosk. Hey, let's get +1/+1 counters to do this. Hall of Mirrors. This card. Now, I've only done this once. I got to visit it. I had like 3 to 4 robots out. All of my robots were copies of Mr. House. And then I somehow got to play something else that rolled me a lot of dice. And I just went wide. And it was great. Like, Hall of Mirrors is like that dumb, like, hey, once this gets out, if something, like, if it, you know, if everything is Kismet, which doesn't need much to be Kismet, it's like, ooh, did we just do the dumb thing? Yes. Kitty Coaster, Roller Coaster, creatures get control, get +1/+0, and +2/+0, respectively. Storybook Ride. Storybook Ride, exile the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of attractions you visited this term. including this one. You may play those cards this turn at the beginning of your next end step. Any of those cards remain in exile. Put them on the bottom of your library in any order. That's really cool. That would be really cool for like something like if I had what's his face in here, Prosper, because like if Prosper was in here, then like all those cards that I ended up playing will get me more treasures, and like we do the thing. Swinging ship. After your first combat phase this turn, there's an additional combat phase. At the beginning of that combat, untap all creatures that attack this turn. Let's get another combat. And then Tunnel of Love. Choose an opponent. They choose a creature they control. I choose a creature I control. And then I may exile the chosen creatures. If I do return them to the battlefield under their owner's controls at the beginning of the next end step. Otherwise, the chosen creatures fight each other. Pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get to the sorcerers. We only run in 3. We're only running Attempted Murder, which is another X roll, a lot of X excited dice. I could kill something and create some birds, as well as Mr. House. Let's go. We got Demonic Tutor, of course, and then we got Ruinous Ultimatum. Let's just deal with the opposition. Deal with it. And then with our planeswalkers, we actually got 3 in here. We got our Nixilus the Adversary, which we can always sack a robot to make a second one and do the thing. We got Kaya Geist Hunter, which it's really all about the -2. Let's double all of our tokens that we make this turn. Just sit there, But also the +1 can come in handy too, because it's all right, well, we'll make painful decisions when we attack with our army of robots. And then we got Comet Stellar Pup. And I can say this for truth, Comet has popped off. I've definitely popped off a couple times at Comet by sitting there hitting a handful of 6s and just sitting there adding dice rolls. And we're just going to keep rolling this D6 and just see what happens. And while we're rolling this D6, Mr. House is out and he's just like, hey, get another robot. Hey, get another robot and treasure. Hey, here you go. Let's go. Here you go. We're going to do the thing. Oh my goodness. Lands are pretty much... we got the Westvale Abbey. We got Vault of the Archangel, which is pretty much standard if you're playing black-white, especially if you're playing black-white and going wide. Vault of the Archangel is one of them cards that's like, hey, look, I forgot to mention about Westvale Abbey. Making Ormondale is pretty easy. Ormondale, because of the fact that we are already making tokens it's nobody's business. Rarely do we have to use the pay 5, pay 1 life to make a token because we're making better tokens. We got 2 of each basic in here. We got a whole bunch of just duels and fetches, and we got some off-color fetches just because of the fact that we needed to make sure we could be able to fetch. We got, of course, Savage Trio, Reliquary Tower. We got the Pathways. We've got Marshflats. We've got Karn's Bastion. For our Planeswalkers and for any other proliferating ideals, because we have ways to put counters and stuff on people. So, hey, it may end up coming in handy one day. We got all, just Castle Lothway and Castle Imrith. Just good lands of colors. And then we got sorceries. Our instants. Our instants, we only have 6, but they all are worthwhile. We got a Chroma's Will, which is a game-winning, just period thing. Boros Charm, which is just one of the ultimate toolbox cards. Path to Exile, Swords of Plowshares, Teferi's Protection, and Will's Reversal. Of course, we got Will's Reversal in here because it's another roll a d20 card. But, anyways, this is the deck house party. Mr. House, getting that house money going. We are just trying our best to do our best. What do y'all think of the deck? What would you do differently? I know part of y'all are like, man, I don't want to play any attractions and stuff. This is meant to be fun and functional. And it's not only fun and functional, it's almost dysfunctional. This deck this deck pops off, and it's pretty good, and it's a pretty fun pop off when it pops off. So, what's y'all's thoughts? What would y'all do differently? What would you change? What would you keep? Talk to me, holla at me. Let's do some friendly discourse. As always, remember, no matter what, it really is all about the gathering, point blank, period. Hey, I will catch y'all on the next one. It is New Year's right around the corner. So, hey, I just hope y'all are doing it big, doing big things, doing good things, and being good people. As always, holla at your boy. Peace.